We'll be starting shortly. We're just waiting for everybody to be introduced to the field of play.
Are you good to go, Chris?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field of play the judge and coaches for this afternoon's recurve mixed team bronze medal match.
Here come our athletes and coaches.
Your judge
It's an England v England match for our first match of the afternoon.
Please welcome the athletes to the field of play.
You will be. Okay. Yes, no, I showed him yesterday that a couple of people like, oh, he's standing there now.
On target number 1, representing the England yellow team, Bryony Pittman.
On our England yellow team, we
David
have Brian
Timmins.
Pittman and David Timmins.
On target number 2, representing the England blue team, Yulia Larkins.
And shooting on target 2 for the England blue team, we have Yulia Larkins and Tom Hall.
Two very experienced teams. Should be an interesting
It will be
match.
the yellow team on target number 1 that will get us underway.
As with this morning, the conditions are a little bit different to yesterday, so during the break the recurves have been out on the practice field, just adjusting to the conditions.
England yellow to shoot first. Starting off with just a little bit low into the 8 there. A little bit breezy out there.
Nine.
And a slightly high 9. Still a strong start.
So Tom Hall coming up for the England blue team. A strong open with a slightly high 9. Yulia there with the 9 as well.
Back to England yellow. And another nice 9. And now Bryony, fresh out of Tokyo. And just high into the 8.
Tom going with a very strong opener in the second arrow as a 10. Nine from Yulia, so that gives England blue team the set unofficially, and that gives them a 2-point lead.
Slightly different to this morning's shooting. We're running on the set point system rather than the combined score like you saw with the compounds. So this could be a very interesting match.
Yes, two very experienced teams. Really could go any way. Anything could happen out there this afternoon.
With the conditions as well, it could be whoever's up on the line at the time. Get caught in a little gust and it could be anybody's game.
Yes.
Very nice shooting from them though.
For anyone that's joined us and is unfamiliar with the format, the recurves are shooting 70 metres at a 122 centimetre face. So effectively they're aiming for something the size of a CD in the 10 zone there. For each set, each archer shoots 2 arrows, and it must be 2 arrows in each target face, and they shoot alternately. They get a 10-second lead in for the first archer, and they can't step across the line to shoot until that's over.
That seems to be the scores confirmed, so that is England blue with a 2-point advantage. England yellow to start.
See the flags in the background indicating the wind direction and speed.
A nice
That's an
opener.
8-9 liner.
It's an 8-9 liner it's gone down as, so that will be confirmed by our judging team when they go up to score the arrows. It has gone down as an 8 though.
9.
A little bit of a shake there. Good
9.
shot.
Solid 9.
Yeah, nice.
9.
And a 9 for Amelia there.
Just a little bit out to the 8. You could see he wasn't happy with that shot just after he shot it. I think that's in the 7.
Oh, very nice 10 there. And a 10 possible X. Sorry, recurve, there is 10s only, not X's. And that looks like England blue team very much getting into their stride in this match.
Yes, so with the score still to be confirmed, at the moment it's looking at 38 to the England blue team and 32 to the England yellow team, which takes us to 4 set points. So it's England blue team in the lead. If they win the next set, they'll take the match, but it's still all to play for. So with our set point system, the team that are currently losing are to shoot first. So in this case, this is the England yellow team. They will go first again.
And there's nothing to say that they won't pull this set back and then potentially draw the next one, and then we're into 4 points all. So that's what makes the set system quite so interesting.
Yeah, it only takes 1 arrow to lose a set and even it all up again. David to shoot first. Nice opener, slightly low in the 9. And Bryony also with a 9.
Tom with a 9, just outside the 10 there. And a 9. So that's the set level at the moment.
I think the best that England Yellow can do is a draw here. Ooh, slightly out to the left there. I think that wind's just changed direction again. And a very nice 10 from Bryony, taking them to 36.
That wind getting up there, but Tom coming up. Very strong 10.
Yulia just needs an 8 or higher to win.
That's a 7, possibly an 8 on the line. If it's an 8, I think they take the set. No, we'd go into a 1-0 shoot-off. Sorry, it would be a tied set and it would be 1-1. We'll await our judging team's verdict.
Tense moment for our archers, not that they're showing it. They all seem pretty happy down there.
We will go on to an extra set, or if it's over.
And it looks like the set has gone to the England Yellow team, so it means we play on.
This is exactly what we mean by anything can happen with a set system, especially with two well-matched teams.
So England Yellow team
Pressure was definitely on with that last arrow. Just not quite there.
Blue team leading.
So with the England Yellow team taking that set, that means that they will go first again, still in just trailing the England Blue team. And a nice 10 to start. Bryony will be looking to follow that arrow. Open the set with 2 10s. And it's just gone into the 8.
Another strong opener there from the England Blue team with a 10. Followed it with a slightly high 8.
15-all.
Two very similar target faces there.
And again, even on points at this halfway point in the set. They're keeping this one exciting.
Eight.
Gone
7,
down.
8 liner there, I think.
It's gone down as an 8. You could see him throwing his bow there, trying to make the most of the shot. And a 9. That will take them to 35. This could be the England blue team's chance to take it, the set and the match, or will we be seeing another end?
Nine.
Looks like a 9 there for Tom, so
Find ourselves in the same situation as last end, an 8 to win.
and very nice. That's a 10.
Beautiful.
Really strong finish there. So unofficially, that's England blue team have taken that match and the bronze. Just await official confirmation. Some very strong shooting there from the England blue team.
Yes, that was a lovely 10 to finish. Our scoring team are just verifying that there. And yes, it looks like England blue have won our match for today.
Yep, congratulations to the England blue team, Tom Yulia.
And that's the match result, with England blue team winning 6.2.
So we're just getting ready now for our gold recurve mixed team final here at the Visual this afternoon.
Mixed team gold medal match.
Here come our athletes. In this match, we have got Wales versus Northern Ireland.
Please welcome to the field the athletes for this match. On target number 1, representing Wales red team, Megan Costal. And Ryan
On the Wales
Pinder.
red team, we have Megan Costal and Ryan Pinder.
On target number 2, representing Northern Ireland, Rebecca Tipping.
And on the Northern Ireland team, we have
Patrick
Rebecca Tipping
Houston.
and Patrick Houston. Another Olympian on the
Wales
field.
red team on target number 1 will be getting us underway in the first scoring end
Patrick
of
not
this
long
match.
back from Tokyo.
And it's Wales red to shoot first.
So Megan stepping up first for Wales.
7.
Megan opening with a left hand 7 there. See what Ryan's got.
9.
9, just to the left.
Rebecca will be starting off Northern Ireland's set. And she does so
4.
slightly high. I think it is in the 4. Yes, it's gone down as a 4. A little bit of a shaky start, but anything can happen in these matches. And Patrick with a very nice 10. And that's the beauty of these team matches, is one mistake doesn't affect the whole team. You can really work with each other and bounce off each other.
So Wales up again.
8.
Looks like an 8 there for Megan. And Ryan there
9.
with a 9. Giving them a total of 33 for this first set.
Still possible to take this set at the moment.
2 10s would do it.
Still a little bit low. I think it's in the 7. Yes, it is.
So this is going to be Wales' set, as it's maximum 10 points that you can get with 1 arrow.
See what Patrick has. And it's a slightly high 8. So that's the first set, unofficially going to Wales red, 33-29. We're starting to get a nice crowd around here at Lillishall. The atmosphere is starting to warm up a bit for these matches, which is nice to see.
It's interesting to see what different archers choose in the way of eyewear and headwear for protection from the sun. It's slightly behind them on the shooting line today.
Yeah, it's definitely different to yesterday. It was very bright yesterday. I know a lot of people were struggling with the conditions.
However, we're never going to complain about the sunshine at Lillishall. It's nice to see it. Until we complain it's in our eyes. So that's Wales officially taken that set.
So that will be Northern Ireland to shoot first.
And that's those scores confirmed from our scoring team at the targets. Wales red lead 2-0. And Northern Ireland on target number 2 will be shooting first.
This is Rebecca's first match of the day. You'll be seeing her again in the ladies' team match. Oh, opening with a wonderful 10 there. Hopefully that's her warmed up now. She seems happy with that. And Patrick was there with a 10. Strong start for Northern Ireland there.
See how Wales respond. Wales there opening with a 7.
9.
And Ryan there with a 9.
Good opportunity here for Northern Ireland to get up to 2-all. Let's see how they respond. And it's just slightly high into the 7. You can hear Northern Ireland's coach all the way in the commentary box. She's very good at keeping them calm on the line. And another 10 for Patrick. Excellent shooting. So that set will go to Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Wales can't win this, unfortunately. They would need 21 points from 2 arrows.
7.
And that was a 7 for them.
Just with her first arrow again.
And Ryan there with an 8. So that set will go to Northern Ireland.
Brings us back up to 2-all. I think we're going to have a very close gold medal match here.
Tying the match up at 2 points each.
It's the great thing about sets. One bad set does not lose you the match overall. It's a very strong shot from Rebecca there.
Yeah. It's the thing with these matches. Sometimes it takes you just a couple of hours to get into your groove, find the field. With all of our teams here, they don't get practice on this finals field here, so it just takes a little bit of time to adjust to being in this scenario. Wales red to shoot first.
And that's the scores confirmed. So target 1 will be shooting first in the next end of this match.
The wind picking up a little bit here for this set.
Sun's gone down a little bit as well.
Ever-changing conditions of a British summer.
Bit of a crosswind now. It's blowing towards the archers beforehand.
Megan opening there with a 9. You can hear the support in the background. And Ryan following with, I think, a 6.
Opportunity for Northern Ireland here to get some more strong 10s in.
9.
And it's a 9. Patrick's right with her there in the 9.
Megan up again for Wales red. Oh, that's a 6.
It was a very fast shot there.
I think that was an 8 there for Ryan for Wales red.
Good opportunity for Northern Ireland here. And it's a 6 high. So, good opportunity for Patrick to take this set here. Will he take it? Absolutely, with a 10. So that set will go to Northern Ireland, taking us up to 4-2.
Strong recovery from Northern Ireland from their first set.
Definitely. So if Northern Ireland take the next set, they'll have the match. If Wales take the set, it will go to 4-4. Our judge is having an extra close look of that arrow in the blue there.
Yeah, I was quite pleased with it, to be honest.
Looks like everything's confirmed there with Northern Ireland getting that set.
Our judge there confirming
from the target end of the field.
that Wales Red will shoot
Wales
first.
will shoot first again on target number 1.
Just a shout out and a thanks to all of our judges and field crew and volunteers here this weekend, without which this shoot could not run. And we are incredibly grateful to them all.
Yes, they've travelled from all corners of the UK today to be here. Wales Red to start this off.
See what they've got for this opening to the set. Megan there with a 10. Very strong shot. And Ryan with a 9. That's a good opener. And fighting back.
Puts the pressure onto Northern Ireland there. A little bit of a shake on that shot, but it's gone into the 9. Very good. So a 10 here would put them equal to Wales Red. And it's a 9.
So Wales Red go up now with a 1-point advantage at the moment.
I think it's just in the 6 there.
Yep. It's a 5-star, so again that will get checked by our judging team. And Ryan there with a 7. It's an opportunity for Northern Ireland here to take the win.
It's another 9. Nicely grouped with their first one. So that leaves Patrick with a 5 to win. A lot of pressure in this last arrow. And a beautiful 10 to finish. So unofficially, that makes Northern Ireland our winners.
And unofficially, that means the team from Northern Ireland have taken the gold medal in the recurve mixed team.
So that will be Northern Ireland gold and Wales red silver. Congratulations to both teams.
Yeah, and again, I think that epitomises the set system of it being quite exciting and back and forth there, and some really strong arrows shot. Well done.
Got your replacements.
And there it is, the match result has been confirmed. Okay, there will be a short 2-minute break whilst we change some archers on the field for the next match.
Sorry, I think old, I haven't quite, my brain hasn't pulled up.
No, the athlete from Northern Ireland team has Northern Ireland
What I need to do is pay attention to how many shots on. Yeah, I'm good.
I blame me too. I take full responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field of play the judge and coaches for the recurve women team bronze medal match.
Okay, so we've got the recurve women team's bronze medal match coming up now. We have the England blue team versus Northern Ireland. The Northern Ireland team is Emma Davis, Bethany Evans and Becky Tipping. They qualified in 4th place. And the England blue team is made up of Wendy King, Rebecca
target number
Stevenson
1,
and Rachel
representing Northern
Vines,
Ireland,
and they qualified
Emma
in
Davis.
2nd.
Bethany Evans. And Rebecca Tipping. On target number 2, representing England blue team, Wendy King, Rebecca Stevenson, and Rachel Vines. It will be the England blue team on target number 2 who will shoot first in this bronze medal match.
England, you're shooting first. Northern Ireland, you're shooting second.
Looks like they're still dealing with a bit of wind coming across the field. The flags at the shooting line here seem to do something totally different to the target line, so we'll see how they contend with that.
It has been very difficult to read and very changeable all day. You really do have to be paying attention, even between, like whilst you're on the line, during your shot it will change, and then between archers as well. So Wendy King up first for England.
4.
To 4.
If you look at the arrow pattern on the target, it seems everyone's fairly central throughout the matches before. So you might just witness in the first couple of arrows the archers getting a feel for where to aim.
6.
Both high right there, so could be a bit of the wind coming into play. This team might not have shot any matches like this before, final style, so it'll partly be a bit of getting used to this format and helping each other get through it.
So this is where the other team might have the decision if they're talking amongst themselves to try and aim off.
9.
Confident start. Experienced coach for the Northern Irish team of Patrick Houston in the coach's box.
7.
There's another right arrow. Yeah, so it seems consistently the wind's blowing them at least 2 to 3 rings out to the right. So now both teams have had a chance to kind of dial in and figure out where to aim.
Northern Ireland with a 3-point lead going into the second half of this set.
Still favouring that right side. The flags seem to shift though, so they were going pretty hard in the first couple of arrows, and now the ones we can see on the shooting line at least have died down, but definitely still pushing them to the right.
7.
Come on, Rebecca. 20 seconds.
7.
So 36 from England. So 16 points from Northern Ireland. In their 3 arrows will get them the set.
That's half the points. It's 8 or better on this next one to guarantee the set. Last arrow will be a warm-up for them, check out the wind.
9.
That's the set.
Come on, Becky, bring it home.
So this is a good opportunity in the set system now. You know you've got the points for the set to probably risk a shot, I guess, and aim off more than you might. Maybe aim left 6, left 7 to suss the wind out. So that's gone high, but it looks like left to right they're pretty well dialed in now, going into the next couple of sets. Did you aim off at all, Bryony, during your matches today on that field?
I did. I think the most I aimed off was 7 on the left, but the flags on near the shooting line were always pointing in a different direction to the ones that were on the target, and the windsocks closer to the target. So it was often a case of aim at the middle and shoot a strong shot and hope it didn't get hit or that the wind didn't pick up or drop.
So you could actually use the target flags as a reference?
Not really.
Okay.
No, it helped like give you a general idea, but a lot of it's been a headwind as well today, so it's going to affect it differently to if it's just left or right. And I think for some of these less experienced archers, it can be quite difficult trusting yourself, especially in a team round where you're only getting 2 shots per end. You've got to make that decision quickly of where you want to aim and just have the confidence to shoot it there and make an adjustment if it's needed. You've got to know that you've made that right call.
And that's the benefit of these championships as well, having purely the team component with a mixed team and the team medal matches rather than the individual, that they do have that ability of having other archers in the team to kind of help them suss out the wind. But like you said, I guess if these teams are shooting together for the first time, they might not have the confidence that if someone behind you says aim left 5 to, you know, execute your shot and aim off in that zone. So likewise, it might be a good development opportunity for a lot of archers getting into these rounds for the first time. Right, so England's 2 points down in the match. Low 7 to start, but left to right seems much better than their first set, so they might be dialed in now. Now it's just about making good shots with the bow blowing around.
Seems to have picked up again now.
9.
It's a much better start this set for England.
Another arrow drifting out to the right. It's tricky, even though they might be aiming off to the left. If the wind's coming across from that angle, it's constantly pushing for a right-handed archer, pushing their bow arm over to the right. So you're trying to expand through the clicker while also trying to aim off. So it might be a good day to be a left-handed archer on the field.
Northern Ireland might have a bit of an advantage here because Becky Tipping's already been out shooting the mixed team, so she's already had that experience of the wind and can maybe advise her teammates a bit better as well of what happened in that match for them to use in this match.
You could see on that last arrow she shot just as the clicker dropped, the release hand kind of came forward that little bit, and that's what we were kind of talking about before with the wind. As you're trying to pull your elbow back through the clicker and the wind's pushing you the other direction, it's very easy to collapse at that last moment. So it's not always as simple as just aiming in a different spot. You still got to hold it there and still make a good shot. So 1 point lead for England after the first 3 arrows.
7.
See now they're getting a much more even kind of group of left to right arrows. They seem to have started to figure the wind out now. More confident they're aiming off.
Five.
Nice to see a fair weather tab on the field on the other side of the world. Some Australian made products sneaking into Europe.
Can't fault them.
Alright, so they're going to need 12 points or more over these next 2 arrows to take the set. The wind looks very strong now.
Yeah, 8 points.
Could see she was getting blown around quite a bit then, but she got an 8 out of it, so.
So it's 4 or better to take this set.
Keep it moving. Nice and
Wind's
strong.
still going strong. And that will take it to 4-0. So match point now for Northern Ireland, just needing to win or tie the next set to take the match.
Provisionally looks like Northern Ireland have taken 2 set points on offer there, 44 to 41, to make it 4-0.
How many times have you shot on this field before, Bryony?
Oh, too many to count. We did a lot of our Olympic training here. We did some simulations set up pretty much exactly the same as this, individual team, mixed team matches, just a couple of months ago. And we found that really beneficial, but it was the same situation with the wind where it was just so hard to read and changing constantly between a morning and an afternoon session. It was, yeah, I think we benefited a lot from it, though.
Similar conditions to experience in Tokyo?
Not at all. The wind was the same in Tokyo. It was strong and gusty, but temperature-wise, it's a lot colder here. As you can see, there's a lot of people wearing trousers and thermals, but yeah, you wouldn't want that in Tokyo.
So now, given the wind, the archers kind of have to make a decision whether to be, I guess, confident in their aiming off and still keep aiming off in the blue or the red or wherever they were holding before, or whether, you know, if you're 4-0 up in the match, whether you think to try and be a bit more comfortable and hold, say, edge of the gold and the red. I guarantee you should keep them all in the 8, but you might not get the 10, so there's some aiming off decisions going on, at least with the individual archers. I'm sure they'll be talking amongst themselves as well about their decisions on where to aim over the next 6 arrows. See the angle that arrow's gone in the target. It's obviously been blown quite a bit. You notice on her riser how far in her sight is, which would suggest that her arrows are probably, I'd say, a bow slightly lower poundage than the rest of the archers out there, so she's probably having more to contend with as well.
Maybe a 10.
So England hoping to put in a strong 3 arrows, put some pressure on.
I think that was a miss.
Drifted low left, yeah.
So Northern Ireland, as they're 4-0 up, they only need to tie this set to win the match. That's a good start.
8-9 liner.
Good timing on that shot, and that's the other thing they want to be wary of, is if it's this kind of wind, you don't want to be standing up there for too long trying to aim, getting blown around, making quick, confident shots.
7.
So it looks like Northern Ireland's tied them already with an extra arrow for the first 3, so it'll give them a good buffer pending the results of this arrow going into the next 3.
Nice and strong.
7.
So even if England shoots a 30, I think a 23 would still guarantee it from Northern Ireland, if my math is correct.
So England do need 3 good shots here to put any pressure on Northern Ireland.
5. Five-six liner.
Wonder if the wind's changed or whether it's not left to right anymore, whether it's pushing the arrows down or up, or
Yeah, it does look like the windsock's coming towards the archers again. So a bit more of a headwind.
All three of them have dropped low there.
Yeah.
Good group as a team. There's another shot with good timing.
So a 1 or better will already secure Northern Ireland the match here.
You got this, Bethany. All yours. Nice and strong.
Yeah, 7.
Yep,
7.
that's the match. Here's a good warm-up arrow, practice arrow for future events. I think the rules changed recently that you're not required to shoot the last arrow, I believe.
Yeah, if you've, I think if you've already won or lost.
Keep it moving. Drive it through.
Can't think of any examples where it's happened. There you go. Straight sets, win to Northern Ireland.
Arrow values on the scoreboard for both teams, but provisionally looks like Northern Ireland have taken the recurve women's team bronze medal here at the European Commonwealth Team Championships 2021.
Oh, look, Darren's oh.
That match all confirmed by our scoring team, so Northern Ireland taking the win.
Definitely want space.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field of play the judge and coaches for the recurve women team gold medal match. And now please welcome the athletes to the field of play.
Okay, so we now have the recurve women's team gold medal match between the England yellow team and Scotland A team. It's the Scotland supporters being very loud. The England yellow team, we have Jaspreet Sagoo, Pip Taylor and Sarah Bettles. And for Scotland A, we have Natasha Homer, Heather Hughes and Mary Newell.
And Pip Taylor.
Scotland were ranked 6th coming into this.
On target number 2,
so they actually beat Wales, who were 3rd ranked in their first match. And then the England blue team, who we just saw.
And Mary Newell.
And the England yellow team were ranked 1st. They had a bye through the first round and beat Northern Ireland
It'll
in
be
the
the
quarterfinals.
England yellow team on target number 1 who'll get us underway in the first end of this match.
Some experienced archers on the English side, with Sarah having just competed in the Tokyo Olympics and many national tours, I believe, as well as Jaspreet.
Yeah, and Pip actually represented Great Britain as a junior, so she's, although not competing much at the moment, I don't think she's had experience in the past, so yeah, strong team.
So all the English archers are likely to have had experience on a medal match field before.
Yeah.
Might give them a bit of an advantage in this match.
10.
Solid start, figured the wind out straight away.
Six.
Again, you can see on her riser, just like the archer on the previous match, how far in her side is to be able to get her arrows to make that distance, so might be harder for her to deal with this wind also.
9.
Looks like England figuring the wind out pretty quickly.
You know exactly what you're doing. Nice and steady, you got it, it's fine. Keep it moving, keep it going, you got this. Nice.
Really picking up now.
Nice and easy, keep it moving.
Very tough first shot.
There it is, nice. Well done.
Very nice.
Nice and liner.
That was probably the hardest shot we've seen. Flags look like they're about to take off.
Keep it going.
9.
Scotland looks like they're continuing their form from the previous matches yesterday.
Got this, keep it moving, keep it going.
They've definitely had the harder first 3 hours out of the two teams, but it hasn't seemed to have affected them that much.
Nine.
Just out of the 10. A difficult decision for her whether to aim off on her previous arrow or whether to commit and aim at the middle. Yeah, she looks dialed in on her left to rights now. Both teams look like they figured out the wind pretty quick, whether they're watching the matches before or whether they've experiencing similar things on the practice field.
8.
The benefit here being the practice field is about 10 metres to the right of the finals field, so they're experiencing very similar conditions.
You're forgetting this is Lilleshall.
True.
What's happening 10 metres away can be very, very different.
Got a consistent 30-second window of similar wind. So it looks like they've only got 1 point to play with if they want to tie the set. Or they're going to need 2 perfect shots here to take the first set.
9.
Alright, so pressure on here. Tends to tie the set and share the points.
Got this, nice and easy, nice and strong. Keep it going. There it is.
9.
Good effort from Scotland.
So there's one doubtful arrow over on
England
the
will take
Scotland
the
target, on
first
target
2 set
2.
points.
At the moment it's 50 points to 49, so that could be all levelled up.
So both teams, it's just 1 arrow outside of the red on their first 6 shots, but anything within the 8 in these conditions is, yeah, battle you can hope for, I think, looking out at the flags, the trees, everything that can move that's moving. I was going to say the Scottish team might have the edge in these conditions given the wind, but then realised where we're sitting and thought, yeah, well, everyone should be used to these conditions.
I think we were spoilt a bit yesterday morning with virtually perfect weather during most of the qualifying round, and it only really started to pick up a little bit in the afternoon. Also, Scotland, I think it was their first arrow. They had a 9-10 liner that has been upgraded.
Must have been more than one for them to take the set. All right, there you go. So Scotland now with a 2-point lead.
And there was an arrow call on target 1 as well, which meant that England have 49, Scotland with 50. So the England yellow team on target 1 will be shooting first again.
So England will shoot first again in this set. Did you ever find that it made much difference shooting first or second?
Depends on the archer, I think. If you're doing everything properly and inwardly focused and not worried about what's going on, then it shouldn't matter. But we're all human, so we don't do that. I think if you're confident and the conditions are good, and you feel like you can kind of get up and put the pressure on, it's good. But I think in these conditions where it's windy, you kind of want to watch the other team shoot and see what they're doing. Flags have dropped a little bit. Still out to the right. So England's wanting a strong shot here to put the pressure back on Scotland. There it is, there's a 10. So both these teams seem to be just left to right still, whereas in the previous match we're seeing a bit of that high and low variation as well, so maybe the wind's changed again.
There it is. Beautiful.
Longer hold. Still good. So Scotland delivers 2 more shots like that. They'll take a 3-point lead after the first 3 arrows.
Beautiful.
7.
Nice and strong, Mary.
See the English team talking amongst themselves before, maybe figuring out what they're going to do on these next 3 arrows. And that arrow's drifted pretty well the same spot as the English team's second arrow. That'd be a very tricky shoot-off.
7.
So from drifting out to the right as well.
The windsock up near the targets is blowing to the right again, but I wouldn't have said it was enough to make the arrows drift that much. So yeah, as we've been saying, it's very, very difficult to read.
And just Jaspreet, would her draw weight be the heaviest in the team?
I think so. I do think she's on at least 45, but possibly over. I think Sarah's on around 45 as well. But yeah, certainly some of the highest poundages on the women's field.
Whereas Pip, if she's coming back from a break, has probably got the lightest set of limbs in that she owns to get back into it, which is where it can be difficult as a team as well, especially if they're not experienced with shooting with each other, to try and give themselves guidance on where to aim or how to adjust if they don't know the speed of their bow, if they're all different weights. So
Scotland need a 10 here to tie the set and maintain their lead.
Doesn't look like there's any asterisked arrows, so this should be and an 8 drifting low right, so we'll take it to 2-all now. England taking the second set. Recurve's interesting as well, because looking at the practice field, all the recurve targets are on the farther end of the field, whereas the compound practice targets are closer, so potentially recurve when they're warming up might have to deal with some slightly differing conditions to the finals field versus the compound being that little bit closer. The archers seem to be dealing fairly well with the wind. We haven't had anyone having to let down or any super long holds or anything like that.
No, the timing, especially with these two women's teams, seems to have been pretty quick. We've got plenty of time left at the end, so...
It's almost like this is an average day's weather conditions.
Yeah.
You would have thought.
So those scores have been confirmed by the target end of the field, and an upgrade for Scotland on one of their arrows.
They're all tied up at
making it
2-all, and
44-42.
England will shoot
So
first
we're
again
all
for the
tied
third
at 2
set.
points each, meaning England will shoot first again in this next set.
So this third set's quite important, because if you win this one, all you have to do is tie and match the other team in the final set. So traditionally the winner of this set will put quite a bit of pressure on the other team, because then all they have to do is keep pace. You also know once you're 4-0 up, you've guaranteed that if you shoot clean on your next 6 arrows, you've got the match.
Nine.
Just out of the 10 for her, high left. It's a good start. Strong looking shot. That's a good shot.
8-9
Just out of the
lineup.
gold. Six up high. Especially tricky for Pip given the previous end. If you have an arrow, go out in the black or the blue. Be interesting to see where she aimed on that arrow, whether she aimed at the gold or whether she decided to aim left, but it's always a bit daunting if you shoot an arrow out to the right to then try and aim that same spot on the left.
Yeah, absolutely. And trusting that it was the weather conditions rather than something that you did as well, and then making sure that you shoot a good shot.
Great 10 for Scotland to start off this set.
Nine.
It's just out of the 10. An arrow in the gold here would give them a good lead going into the last 3 arrows of this set. There it is.
The pressure very much on England now to have a good last 3 arrows. And
Scotland very close to a 30 there. Their 2 9s aren't out of the 10 ring by that much.
Eight.
Just drifted out to the right again. Something we haven't seen yet as an archer kind of actually taking their time and pausing, because if you look at the clock there, they did actually have a fair bit of time left on the clock. Each archer being allowed 20 seconds to shoot their arrow, so if your first 2 teammates shoot quickly, you can get a few seconds kept. Now down to 5 seconds for the last archer.
10.
It's 10.
great last shot.
Best shot of the match there.
Scotland need just 19 points out of this set. One of these 3 arrows to take the set.
They can replicate their first 2 arrows of their the start of this end. That'll be enough for them.
Beautiful.
Slightly longer hold. resulting in the low arrow, which is very typical of a slightly longer hold with the recurve.
9.
Good shot. Right, so looks like a 4 or better to take this set. 5 seconds on the clock. 3.
Bit of a wobble. But
7.
she did what was needed. So Scotland take that set, 50-46. And they're now in a 4-2 lead over the England yellow team.
Interesting stabiliser setup for the second Scottish archer with the angled down long rod, which was a trend we saw a few years ago. I believe it was when, mostly among the compounders, where people were using shorter stabilisers or angled rods in windy conditions. So it'd be interesting whether that's something she's changed to deal with the conditions today, or whether it's a permanent fixture. There's some physics behind it which I won't explain because I don't understand it, but helps your bow be steadier. Right, so now Scotland in that 4-2 position. It's like I was saying before, they know now if they shoot 6 perfect shots, which is going to be hard given the weather, but the match is essentially in their hands. England hoping that Scotland gives them some points.
But like we said before, England is the more experienced team. So yes, the pressure's on them to step up this end and shoot 6 good arrows, but Scotland's also got to be careful that they don't get too excited and still get on the line and shoot those normal shots as well as they can.
Very much depends on the mentality of the archer. They might be feeling more relaxed at this stage given they're ahead, or they might be realising that each of them only has to shoot 2 good arrows to potentially win the match. So we'll see how both teams deal with the pressure of this set. Another arrow just off to the right. Good shot. That's what they need. Sarah can put another arrow into the 10 ring. That would put the pressure on Scotland. Just out of the goal to the right, looks like an 8.
That's still a reasonable start. Given some of the scores we've seen this afternoon with the wind, it's not bad at all.
26s are the new 29s today, I think, given the conditions out there. Be happy with the 26. It's a 6 for Scotland to start, but again, all they have to do is keep pace with England, so they can put 2 arrows in the 10 now. There's that angled stabiliser and a quick shot. Out there as well, on the high left. Archer very quick to get off the line to give her teammate more time. Difficult thing in the team rounds, you're trying to get off the line quickly to make sure that next archer's got lots of time, but you still want to follow through with your shot and make it as good as you can. Rather have an arrow score a point higher than 15 seconds left on the clock. So you have to try and juggle your time on the line as well as actually making the arrow as good as you can.
9.
The 9 on the left side, so she might have made an adjustment after her last couple of arrows favouring the right. See if she can follow up her 10 from before.
7.
7 on the left. So given her left and right arrows, it looks like she is actively trying to aim off, but it's very hard with lower draw weights to try and manage this tricky wind.
9.
So England have secured that set. The best Scotland can do is a 49, so it will be going to a shoot-off, and Scotland can just use these 3 arrows as practice for that.
So if you're in this shoot-off situation, would you try and aim off a bit further or do anything different to try and get ready for the next 3 arrows?
I think it's more a case of, yeah, if I've had an arrow in those first 3 that's gone off and it felt like a good shot, then I've just got to trust it and aim off a bit more. If it didn't feel like a good shot, then all I can do is aim at the middle and try and do a better shot.
Cross your fingers, hope for the best. That's the difference with the recurve matches versus the compound. Obviously with the set system you have that opportunity to kind of be strategic. If you know you've won the set or you know you've lost the set, you can kind of take a risk and try something different. With compound you're constantly shooting for that total score, so you've got to make sure every shot counts.
Between these 2 teams. For those of you observing not aware of how the shoot-off will work, the team will have 60 seconds on the clock and they will have to shoot 1 arrow in alternation. So it'll be target 1, then target 2, then target 1, then target 2, then target 1, then target 2 again. So the team has shot 3 arrows. The highest cumulative score will win the shoot-off. If it's tied, it will be the nearest arrow to the centre. If that's the same, it will go to the next arrow. And if that's the same, it'll go to the next arrow.
Shout out to our 40 watchers on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in.
So it's been confirmed that it's a shoot-off, and England will be shooting first. They'll shoot, they'll alternate as they shoot, so England will shoot 1, Scotland will shoot 1. And it will be done on, the winner will be decided by total score, and if the total scores are the same, it will be whichever team has the closest arrow to the middle.
Okay, it's been confirmed as a shoot-off by our target judge. And so we resume the original shooting order. Target number 1 will shoot the first arrow.
The Scotland supporters seem a lot noisier than the England supporters.
Right, they're going to want a strong arrow to start off a shoot-off campaign. There's a 9 low, that's good. Very good given the conditions.
Nice and strong, you got this. You know exactly what you're doing, girl.
Quite lucky these team members didn't get the heartbeat audio that World Archery likes to play in shoot-offs.
Yeah.
It's always nice and relaxing before you're about to go shoot in front of a crowd.
Keep it moving, keep it going. Push, girl. Keep it moving, keep it going, Heather. There it is. Beautiful. Yes. Well
9.
It looks like it's just caught the line. Shadow's going to be a bit tricky there to tell. But potentially tied up.
Seven.
There's a 7. And normally in still weather you'd say that might open the door for Scotland, but it's still tricky out there. Anything in the red is good.
Well done, Natasha.
Another 9?
9.
Alright, so Scotland's they've got control of the shoot-off now. Sarah's going to want to put in a good 10 to put a little bit of pressure back on them. Wind's kind of dropped.
9.
Looked good. Alright, so assuming that first arrow of Scotland has touched the line, 8 to win.
Keep going, nice and strong. You got this. There it is.
Nice quick shot.
Oh,
The
that
6-7 lineup.
be potentially England.
So we're going to have to wait
On
for
closest to the
judges
middle, it
at
will
the
be
target to confirm the
England
final arrow
if
value
Scotland's
and the result of
last
this
arrow was in.
Yeah. I think that 6 is out, so it looks like England's taken it 25 to 24, 23. Tough last shot there.
Okay, and it's been confirmed England yellow team have taken the win. Very tough match though against Scotland A team, so well done to both teams. And that is the end of the recurve women competition. So next up we'll see the recurve men's team.
24 in the shoot-off, and target 1, England yellow team winning the recurve women's team gold medal match. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the judge and coaches to the field of play for the recurve men's team bronze medal match.
Well done, Paul Pinder! Well done, Paul!
Please welcome the athletes to the field of play.
So now we've got the recurve men's team bronze medal match coming up. We have Northern Ireland against Wales red team.
On target number 1, representing Northern Ireland, Darren Haveron, Patrick Houston,
Northern Ireland went
Monty Orton.
into this ranked 4th. They're
number 2,
made up of Patrick
representing the
Houston,
Wales
Darren
red team,
Haveron and Monty
Stephen
Orton.
Kelly,
Wales red were ranked 3rd.
Ryan
and that's
Pinder.
Stephen Kelly, Ryan Pinder and Nathan
Nathan
Wilcox.
Wilcox. It'll be Wales red on target 2 to get us underway with the first arrows of this bronze medal match.
So Patrick was coaching before and shot the mixed team as well, I believe, so he knows what's going on in the field. And I believe one of the Wales archers from Wales was shooting before in the mixed team as well. So a good opportunity for them to kind of communicate to the rest of their team what's going on with the wind. It's interesting whether they change up their team order to put the archers that have shot before in their first position so they can communicate to the rest of the team, but again, this might be the first time they've actually shot together this weekend.
9.
Both teams have a mix of experienced archers and ones that might not be so used to this format. Obviously Patrick has done 2 Olympics for Northern Ireland. Ryan Pinder, who's shooting now, he has shot for the junior team quite a few times.
Oh, it's getting blown around quite a lot.
Hey.
It's a good shot coming off of how much his bow is being blown there. So Patrick's going to get things started off now for Northern Ireland. Close up there of Patrick's pouch. 2 pouches today. And delivers with a 10.
Six, 7 a liner.
7 there's looked a little bit hesitant on the release there. So a 10 could potentially tie them up after the first 3 arrows.
7.
A 7 out to the right.
Wales in a good position at this point.
Communication on the Northern Irish team there with Patrick giving some advice for the next arrow. I think it's critical of these teams are shooting in conditions that are changing every 20 seconds.
8.
Shot looks good, but it's dropped low left, I believe. So Northern Ireland a little bit more points to play with going into the next 3 arrows.
It's interesting that they've changed their order. So I believe Patrick is shooting first on the first 3 arrows and then last on the second 3. So perhaps just because he's more experienced, they've put him in the position to get the team started off well and then to also do that pressure shot at the end.
Another 10 by Northern Ireland. Arrow in the gold here would give Patrick a
7.
easier shot, but it looks like he'll still with a few points there. So 8 or better to take it. Patrick also with a different stabiliser set up there with his V-bar mounted on the back of this riser. And another 10.
Yeah.
So Northern Ireland shooting well there with half their arrows in the 10 ring. Northern Irish team seems to be a lot quieter than they were yesterday. Preliminary matches when we weren't on the finals field, there was some good support going on.
That's the result confirmed from the other end of the field, and target number 2 will be shooting first in the next end.
Alright, the Archers are getting ready to shoot their second set. Wales wanting a strong shot here to put the pressure back on. Just looked a little bit hesitant on the release there. Same spot as his teammate hit in the first set. Seven, still just both those archers having that slight hesitancy as the clicker went off, just causing them to drop that bit low. Good looking shot, just out of the 10, low left. Patrick hasn't had an arrow out of the 10 ring so far this match. We'll see if he can put a third one in there. The wind looks like it's died down a little bit.
9.
Alright, so Northern Ireland only needs a 3 or more to take the lead in this set. Slight hesitation there, but still got away with it in the 7. So 4-point lead. Confident looking shot and still drifting out to the left on that one.
It's a better height, but maybe the wind's just died down a little bit and he's aimed off a bit too much.
You can look at the flags back at the shooting line. They seem to have died down a little bit, so whether he was still aiming in the same spot as before. It's a quicker shot, just out of the gold, low right. Strong looking shot, high left in the 9.
Nine
as well for Northern Ireland, so they need a 10 on their next shot. Would guarantee they'll split the set points. Looking for 11 or more over the next 2 arrows.
Push it through. Nice and strong. You got this.
Yeah.
Nice.
6, so that means that Patrick will need a 5 or more to take the set.
Considering he's not shot out of the gold yet, that's quite a realistic achievement for him.
A little bit of movement on the bow there. On the hold. 10. Same spot as his first 2 arrows as well. So 4 points lead for Northern Ireland. Match point.
So unofficially, Northern Ireland moving into the lead 4-0 after that end.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Looks like we've got quite a few different countries represented in the comments here. Aston Darcy tuning in from Australia at 1 AM. It's commitment there. Thanks, Aston. I'm sure there's plenty of Northern Ireland and Wales fans watching on the live stream as well. Alright, so same situation as we saw in the previous match, with Northern Ireland knowing if they put 6 arrows in the middle, the match is theirs. Wales hoping that they'll drop a few points to allow them to capitalise. Again, I think a 60 would be very impressive given the weather out there. I don't think we've seen the highest set, 52.
I think a 52 would be the highest.
Yeah. 26 or more for your 3 arrows seems to be a winning set today, given what's going on the field out there with all that wind. No rain or snow yet, so that's good, but plenty of wind.
Still time.
Still time. Right, Wales just needing some confident shots here. That looks better. Still drifting. So again, it's difficult to say any of those left to right arrows are bad shots when it could have been a really well executed shot. Just got unlucky with the wind or wasn't checked before he drew back. Another quick shot.
7.
Still low. Looks like it might be an 8 for that one, I think.
I think in general he's grouped a bit low, so maybe just needs to move his sight.
6.
6 out to the right.
Not the start that Wales would have wanted when they have to win this set.
Patrick with 9. Hasn't shot an arrow outside of the gold yet. Another 9. So all they need is a 1 or more to take the lead.
Yeah, boy.
10.
And a 10. Right, so Wales are going to have to pull out 3 exceptional arrows on these next 3 to put the pressure on. There's a 7, as that's going to be tricky for them as they're still behind an overall score with 2 arrows left. Wind's picking up again. 9, still low. So a 10 would be useful for Wales, but it might be too late for them given Northern Ireland's form on the first 3. 3 seconds on the clock and an 8.
So just 15 points needed by Northern Ireland on these 3 arrows to tie the set and take the match.
Seven outs left. If they have 2 more shots like that, it'll be enough. Give themselves a good buffer. Keeps the time on the clock. Some advice from the Northern Irish coach there. 7.
Patrick just needs to hit the target to win the match.
That looks like a hit.
9.
Nothing out of the gold for Patrick all match.
So
Strong finish for Northern Ireland as well. They take the bronze medal for the recurve men's team.
Just wait for official confirmation from our target judge.
And score-wise, like, score-wise, really consistent in the win. Like,
If I'd have had more experience in this step
yeah.
but it wouldn't have
That couldn't have gone.
So that's all been confirmed. Northern Ireland taking the bronze medal there.
Well done, guys. Well done. Good job, Paul.
It's like an all-English final coming up. We've got some more people joining the live stream. Shout out to Scott Kinghorn and Chloe Wilcox. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field of play the judge and coaches for this recurve men team gold medal match. And
Both
now,
coaches
please welcome
competed in the
field of
mixed
play
team
the
earlier,
athletes
so they'll have
for
a
the
good
gold
insight
medal
for their
match.
teams.
So on target one we have the England yellow team, and that is Chris Bajan, Alex Wise and James Woodgate.
On target number one,
And
representing
on target
the
two
England
we
yellow
have
team,
the England blue team,
Chris
Ryan
Bajan,
Holden, Mike Judd and Anthony Wood.
Alex Wise, and James Woodgate. On target number two, representing the England blue team, Ryan Holden, Michael Judd, and Anthony Wood.
I'm not mistaken, I think quite a few of these archers will be in the national tour final as well next weekend.
In this first end of the match.
Yep, both teams are made up of very experienced archers, very strong teams. So hopefully it'll be quite a close and exciting match.
James being the only Olympian on the field for this match, but we've got an Olympic coach in the form of Tom Hall.
It's a great start.
James was a national record holder for the junior 720 round, I believe.
Yep, and just a couple of weeks ago, yeah, he shot a 678, I believe.
Yep.
At the Junior World Championships, so he's been on really good form recently.
9 liner.
Possibly 210s to start them off. James also finished first in the ranking round for the men's recurve with a 672, I believe. And maybe a 7, possibly an 8. Almost perfect start there for England yellow team. Pushed out there on that first shot. See, like we were talking about earlier in the wind, where you're right-handed archer, you're trying to expand and pushing into the wind, and the wind's pushing you the other way. He was caught a little bit by it there.
9.
That looked like a really good shot, so maybe they just haven't quite figured out the wind as quickly as the other team, but they're getting there.
9.
Just out of the 10. Nice to see a green and gold bow on the line. Drifting high right on that one. Nine low.
So still possible for England blue to take the set if they had 3 10s here. Another one out to the right for Ryan. Could be just that he's not aimed off enough, but sometimes you wonder, is it safer just to move your sight if you have a group like that?
10.
There's a good shot that'll give him confidence, having the wind all figured out now. And again, given the set system, this is a good practice arrow for them to figure out the wind.
9.
9. So 52 for the England yellow team, which I think is the tied high score from what we've seen in the matches so far, I believe. So you can keep it 26 or higher for your 3 arrows, you're in with a good chance. Another good look at that green and gold bow. I think they're coming back into fashion now.
I think he's got green and yellow arrows as well.
It's a very good choice. Gold, I think you'll find on them, not yellow, I believe. Yeah, green and gold. So England blue team actually looks like they've got 3 really good groups. If you look at the 3 archers, so it's just about them all figuring out now where to aim. The shots all seem good, the timing's good, so if they can get their communication as a team going to figure out where they need to hold the sight pin. 6 good arrows coming up.
It'll be target number 2 to shoot first in the next end of this match.
Right, the blue team to start us off now, trailing in the match. So given his last 2 shots are grouped so well off to the right, he's got the decision now of whether to continue to aim at the gold or whether to hold left blue.
9.
It's a better shot from him.
Still hanging a little bit to the right.
2 more arrows in the gold would be a really good start for the blue team. It's a good looking shot.
Yes, sir.
There's a 10.
9-10 liner.
I think the highest 3 arrows you've seen is a 28 so far, I believe.
Yes, I think so.
They might be on for the highest 3 arrows of the day here. It's just drifted to the 7.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Yeah, I will see you.
Disability champs in the
Next one, I'll
8. Wind's definitely picked up again now. You can see the sling on his bow and the string on his arm guard. And pushed. Looks solid.
Did well to get an 8 out of that, I think, given the wind.
Used up a little bit of the time, so we're going to need to see a faster shot here to keep it 60 seconds for the rest of the team.
Another 8.
Slightly over time with that first 3 arrows, but just have to be mindful of their time when they shoot the rest of the set. So potential 1-point lead for blue team.
8.
Another right arrow. Longer hold, lifted high. Let's call it the top left of the gold for a 50.
27 needed by the yellow team to take this set. It's a good start, just out the 10, I think.
It's a good shot. 9. Same spot just above the 10. So they're going to need a 9 or higher. They've got to hope that that 9 star from the England blue team isn't upgraded.
9.
That's a 9. So a 10 would have guaranteed it, but now they're just hopeful that 9 star stays as a 9.
Judging team, but provisionally looks like the England yellow team retain their lead and move 4-0 as we move into the third set of this match.
Coaches looking closely as well as the judges at that line call. It's confirmed 4-0 lead, so match point for the yellow team.
And so the scores have been confirmed by our target judge, and that means England with a 51.
We've still not seen the high
team
scores we
and
were
blue
expecting
team
out of
with
this
50.
match, though, so it's
The yellow team.
it kind of speaks volumes, I guess, about how the wind is and yeah, how the other teams have shot today. It's all a very, very similar standard.
Yeah, both James and Patrick we've seen in the matches as the only Olympians to shoot the team's men's matches, certainly showing that their scores have been leading the field. There's a good start. looks good as well. Just slight drift off to the left. On the hold.
Yes, lad.
Pulls it off. Nearly down the back of his teammate's first arrow.
So that's the start that the blue team wanted. Puts a bit of pressure on the yellow team.
And a 28 going back to what we were saying with the 26 being a good set for today. 28 is usually enough to win the set if they can back it up. 28's back-to-back would be the highest scoring 6 arrows we've seen so far. So yellow team wanting 2 10s now to keep level. Shot looks good. There's a 10. So a 10 needed to keep pace.
Nine.
Just out of the 10, so they'll give up a tie there. So 1 point down. Another 10. And blue team may be starting a bit of a comeback here. 2 more 10s to guarantee them this set.
9.
9. So they shoot a 10 on this arrow. The England yellow team can still win with a 30. But they're on for potentially the highest set of the day so far.
8.
Okay, that's still a 55, so that's good shooting from the blue team. Put a bit of pressure on the yellow team.
So the best we've seen on the field so far today, but they might not be guaranteed, depending how these 3 arrows finish up. James starting off there with an 8.
8.
So now 2 10s needed to win. However, being 4-0 up, they'll still get another shot at this next end. Blue team just have to sit back and watch. A lot of wind there. That's a 5.
So the blue team guaranteed this set. Back in the match, it'd be 4-2 to the yellow team.
This is just a practice arrow.
9.
Whole team drifting off to the right there, whereas if you look at the blue team, they've kind of got a fairly even pattern of their arrows. So potentially they're figuring out the wind a little bit more. The yellow team there. First archer there, putting 2 arrows into the 10 ring. So it'll be 4-2 now.
Yeah, that was.
So what's the rest of your season look like, Bryony, after the Tokyo Olympics?
So we've got National Tour finals next weekend. I think compounds will be on Saturday and recurves will be on Sunday. That's here at Lilleshall National Sports Centre, so if you're around the area, come down and watch. Then I'm straight off to the European Field Championships. That's in Croatia. And then I think I get back from there. I have 2 days training up here with the squad, and then we're off to the World Championships in Yankton. So it's very busy.
Scores confirmed, and the England blue team taking the 2 points on offer there as we move into
But quite a few of the archers that we've seen in the matches today will be going on to those competitions as well. So we've got Yulia and Sarah will be joining me in the women's team in Yankton. And in the men's team, that will be Patrick, Tom Hall and James Woodgate.
Interesting to see, because I believe this is the first time World Championships has been directly after an Olympics. Whether the standard of archery will go up because everyone's been practicing, or if everyone's feeling burnt out after the last 18 months has held. So, interesting to watch that in a few weeks' time.
Hey. Nine.
Just caught the line there for a 9, so 17 points after their first 2 arrows. Another 9. James can deliver it. 9 off to the left. So they're keeping pace with the blue team at the moment. Chasing that magic 26 or more seems to be the winner for today.
Yes.
9.
9. So an arrow in the gold here would give them a 1-point lead.
Nine.
And a 9, so it'll be a 1-point lead to the yellow team. So all they have to do now, if they know if they hit the middle 3 times, the match is theirs. Again, the blue team hoping that they drop some points for them to capitalise on, but all they can do is
9.
keep putting them in the gold and hope.
It's a lovely group there, but the blue team really do need some 10s to put the pressure back on the yellow team.
First English archer there recovered well after the first few arrows of the match. Good group scene from him all the way through.
8.
Possibly just overcompensating a little bit for the wind. Along with 10,000 other variables it could have been with a recurve. One of those. 10 seconds on the clock and
8.
same spot.
So 24 or better needed by the yellow team. Just 3-8 will get them the match.
There's 1. That looks to be another. It's just caught the line, so 7 star it's gone down as. So 9 will guarantee the win.
Nine.
And it's just caught line up the top, so it looks like
So provisionally,
unofficially yellow
the
team will take
with
it.
51, the blue team with a 51. They're sharing the set points, but it means the yellow team would win 5-2.
Notable mention to the blue team having the high score for the day for
may
their
have to decide on at the target.
3rd set,
So
I
we'll
believe.
await the official confirmation.
Getting unlucky in that last set there, but both teams staying consistent, nothing out of the 8 ring.
Got a wink.
So this was the last match of the day. It's been confirmed that the England yellow team are the winners, and the England blue team will go home with the silver medal. That is our last match for today. So thanks to everyone for tuning in and watching, and hopefully you will watch the National Series finals next weekend.
The team on target number 1.
Thanks, guys.
Taking the match win there. Well done to England Yellow. We will shortly be having the awards ceremony for all the team matches this afternoon and the overall team award. We will keep you up to date with the announcements when that begins.